Hello everybody, welcome to Vampathon part 2. This is going to be the second half of Vampathon. It is now Tuesday the 29th. So we've got today, tomorrow and Halloween itself to keep reading. I'm already 2 books down and 4 prompts into this readathon. Yet to get a bingo though, so that is going to be the goal of this vlog. So far I have read Graveyard Shift by ML Rio and Lucy Undying by Kirsten White. I'm also in the middle of The Gathering Dark. Currently I'm on page 76 of this book, so I'm going to keep dipping in and out of this throughout the next couple of days and reading short stories here and there, which has been really fun so far. But right now, very exciting, we're going to pick my next full-length novel, and I've got 3 books to choose from right here. We have The Devil Makes 3 by Tori Bovalino, which is about a couple of students who unleash a demon out of a book underneath their school library. If I was to pick that one, that would be for Blood Uses Magic and also a book with a haunted library, those 2 prompts. Next book, Twilight, I feel like everyone knows what that one's about. I would be reading that one for the prompt of a book to sink your teeth into, and also Vampire Book to Movie, of course. And then we also have Shadow Kiss, which is the 3rd book in the Vampire Academy series, which is a staple series that I have on my Vampathon TBR every single year. If I pick that one up, I will be reading it for paranormal romance and also a book with a gothic setting because of the school. I feel like I want to prioritize Vampire Academy and The Devil Makes 3 over Twilight, just because Twilight would be a reread for me, and so unfortunately I will always prioritize new books over reread. So I really feel like I'm picking between these 2 books for my next read of the readathon. I think whatever book I pick up as well, I'm also going to get the audiobook for it, because I was doing that with Lucy Undying and really enjoying it. It meant that when I left the house I could just have the audiobook playing while I was walking, and I definitely want to do that for the next book that I pick up as well, because I need to go out today. I need to go to the shop. I need to pick up a muffin baking tray, because I got this really cute kind of like monster cupcake mix from M&S, and I really want to make those like in the next couple of days. And I also thought I could make a cute little trip out of it and see what I could find there, because they have the best seasonal things in those big supermarkets. The plan is to go there this afternoon, so I'd love to get started on one of those books before I set off and grab the audiobook for it as well. And then later tonight I'm going to be hosting my first reading sprints on YouTube in I think a couple of years now. I think the last time I hosted any live reading sprints on YouTube was for Vampathon 2 years back. So I feel like me saying I'm nervous is a bit of an understatement. It's always a bit nerve-wracking to go live. I really want to get everyone together to read. I've already scheduled them for 7 PM, so can't really back out at this point. I think I'm going to go for The Devil Makes 3. I don't know why, like something's pulling me towards reading this. I think I'm just going to go with my mood and read this next. I did actually start this like a couple of years ago. I managed to get to page 64, but we're going to take that bookmark right out and just start it again, because I literally cannot remember most of what happened in those 64 pages. It is now 10 to 7, so I'm just getting geared up to do these live reading sprints. I've set up my desk. I've got all my books here that I might read from. These 3, I didn't mention this one earlier, but this is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and I might be reading the title story from this collection this evening. But yeah, I've got The Gathering Dark here. I've got The Devil Makes 3, which I've been reading this whole afternoon. I've surpassed where I was at before, so I'm nearly at page 100 at this point. I'm definitely enjoying it a lot more this time around than I was the time before. I just have a clearer idea of what's going on. I don't know, I think I got confused on my first read of it, but yeah, it's really fun, and at its core it's actually a romance, which I didn't really realise. So yeah, very much enjoying the romance, really liking the characters. It's dual perspective, but Tess is so funny. I'm really enjoying her chapters a lot, but they're very intertwined, like they're hanging out with each other in their chapters, but it's more like it's just from one of their point of views. I've literally just got to the bit pretty much where they've gotten the curse book out of the basement. Oh, fun flashing lights. So yeah, we will see what happens next, but I'm going to be definitely picking this up during these reading sprints and hopefully reading this for the majority of the time, if not the whole time, because I really want to get through this quite quickly. I just thought I'd pop in to let you guys know my update. I've got my cup of chamomile tea here, which might not be the best choice because it's supposed to put you to sleep. This one's really nice. It's from M&S. My friend Millie got it for me and it is the nicest chamomile tea I've ever had.
As if she'd never picked up a cello.
Happy Halloween Eve, everybody. I just went to the shops and just got back, so I'm actually sweating. I just went to pick up a few bits because I ordered, after talking to you guys yesterday, I ordered a home delivery like food shop because I'm here by myself and I'm small and weak. Unfortunately, it's reality, and the big Sainsbury's is like 20 minutes walk away and the way back is uphill. Like, it is so hard for me to do like a full food shop, so I've been doing little by little at local shops, but that can get like a bit more expensive, so I decided to order a home delivery. So that is coming, should be coming within the next hour, but I did just go down to the same shop. This is so stupid. I just went down to the same shop to pick up some extra bits that I didn't get in the home delivery shop. So I got a muffin tray, the most basic muffin tray ever. I think I mentioned that I have a muffin mix, like a Halloween monster muffin mix in the cupboard right now, so I will be making these today, hopefully, tomorrow definitely. I also picked up really boring stuff, but a carpet stain remover and fabric refresher. Really basic, but yeah, they were both on offer, so I picked those up. And then I also picked up another boring thing, but the best thing ever, curly leaf kale to make crispy kale with. My friends are coming over tomorrow for Halloween movie night and I'm going to cook them dinner. I'm recreating a Caesar salad that I've had at Mildred. Baby gem lettuce, artichoke, broccoli, like tenderloin broccoli, crispy kale, pine nuts, Caesar salad dressing. Yeah, anyway, it's a bunch of lovely stuff, so I'm going to be making that. I'm also going to be putting together a charcuterie kind of cheese board, which I'm so excited about. That stuff is coming in the food shop. I literally just forgot to add the crispy kale to my basket when I checked out yesterday, but anyway, I'm also going to serve the Halloween muffins, the monster muffins, some homemade cookies, hot chocolate, whipped cream, marshmallows, like everything. So yeah, we're gonna have hopefully a really lovely evening of just watching movies. I'm gonna basically finish vampathon and finish reading before they come over, so I'm gonna have the whole evening free just for movies and not reading, because I stress myself out every single year by trying to read until midnight, which there is no point doing that. I might as well enjoy Halloween, especially because my tradition is the movies. I also picked up some gorgeous autumnal flowers. This specific bouquet is called Toffee Crumble, which is the cutest name ever, but wow, look at that. I'm so happy. I'm gonna put this in a vase as soon as I finished doing this clip. I did also pick up some candles as well. I got these, I actually think I broke one on the way home. That is fantastic. Yeah, I broke it. I just picked up some red candles because I thought they looked really like Halloween-y and festive. And then I also got these two-tone tapered candles as well. So yeah, cute little candle haul. And then the last thing I got, yes, that is the last thing, was this book. So Jodie actually mentioned that she bought it yesterday herself in our live show yesterday, which was so much fun. Thank you if you came to that live show and read with us, because that was the first one I've done in like 2 years. So thank you so much for the support. Jodie mentioned that she picked this book up yesterday and it looked so gorgeous that I had to go and get it, and it was at my local Waterstones, so I just went in there. And actually I managed to get it for free technically, because I had my £10 on my Waterstones card, which was fantastic. So it's called Witchcraft: A Graphic History, Stories of Wise Women, Healers and Magic. So I think technically it's like a non-fiction graphic novel. Obviously it has the most gorgeous illustrations. I don't know if you can see that, but it is super autumnal and just glorious. Oh, that might be my shopping. That delivery driver was so sweet. Oh my goodness. Look at these olives. I think they've got like, yeah, chili and rosemary. Lovely. Capers. These are the marshmallows I got. I got cheeses for a cheese board. Comté, Wednesday down cranberry. Got some nice bread to go with, and crackers to go with this cheese board. And I also, as you can see, got some fizzy because I'm gonna try and make some cute cocktails. There's this cocktail that my best friend's mum created, and it's basically prosecco, lychee juice and raspberry gin. It is the nicest thing ever, so I'm gonna make some of those if the girls want them. I'm putting in a lot of effort. This is like a proper dinner party, you know, we don't mess around. So yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of that. Okay, I need to pack all of this away, so I'm gonna stick on my audiobook. I'm still listening to / reading The Devil Makes 3 by Tori Bovolino. So yeah, I'm actually so close to finishing it. I think I've only got like an hour and a half left on the audiobook. Very happy Halloween, everybody. It is Thursday, it's the last day of vampathon. I am both like obviously so excited for Halloween, but also really sad that it signifies vampathon coming to an end tonight. I've had the best time so far. Like, this has been, I think, my favorite vampathon. Maybe this one and the one 2 years ago. I feel like I've just had a really great reading time, and every single book has been really good. So yesterday I finished The Devil Makes 3 by Tori Bovolino. I finished it by listening to the audiobook mostly because I ended up going on a walk with Jamshed by the riverside, and I made those monster cupcakes and took them with me. I I ended up listening to pretty much right up until the end on that walk. Like I wore my earphones down to the river and then back up again. So yeah, I got a lot of reading done that way and it was really, really lovely. I ended up going past all these houses with Halloween decorations, which I did try to film, but there was a guy walking behind me and I thought he would probably think it was absolutely nuts if I just whipped out my camera and like filmed people's houses, which I guess it is, but I just wanted to show the Halloween decorations so bad because they are so good in the area that I live. Anyway, I got home, jumped on Jodie's Patreon sprints last night and ended up finishing this in the first sprint, and I'm giving it 3.5 stars, but I rounded it up to 4 stars on Goodreads just because I do think it is really fantastic, especially for a YA. I actually feel like the romance is like the best part of this. So we have Tess and Elliot is a witch or warlock from England and Tess is a cello player from Pennsylvania. They both end up going to the same school and she works in the library because her aunt, I think it's like her aunt or great aunt, runs the library, the school library, and so she ends up working there to make some extra money to pay tuition for her and her sister to attend this really great school. His father is the headmaster of the school and he's like super rich, so they're just from very different backgrounds and very different worlds because obviously he's from a world of magic, and I actually just love their romance. It really reminded me of the Ex-Hex, whichever one is with the Welsh guy. I think it was mainly the male protagonist, Elliot, which reminded me of the guy from the Ex-Hex. But yeah, I just thought it was a really lovely, well-paced romance. I feel like this was a better paced romance than the one in Lucy Undying, which is partly why I had such an issue with the book, is because I feel like the romance, it got to like kind of its peak around halfway through the book. I feel like it struggled to sustain that level of romance throughout the rest of the book. It was just like a bit too much. Whereas with this one, it's kind of more slow burn. It's also very much he falls first kind of romance. Like he puts himself out there first. I feel like she's also falling for him at the same time, but he's just a bit more open about it and it's so sweet. So yeah, that was probably my favorite part of this. The other thing is it did really remind me of that Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode with the demon trapped in the computer. It was very much like that, and like the possession element of that. I might be wrong, but I feel like Tori Bovolino watched that episode and got major inspo. So yeah, in that way it was super fun. The only kind of like critiques I had of this is that I just wish the world felt a little bit more real and like expanded, and considering it's set at a boarding school, we do not get to see the school the entire time. We literally only get to see the library and then the dorms that Tess is living in, and that is pretty much it. That's like the only two settings. So I just wish the school was involved a tiny bit more. This book is actually set over the summer, which it doesn't really feel like that while you're reading it. Like I feel like it's still a very autumnal read just because of like the witchy like atmosphere of it all. But yeah, it's set over the summer, so there's no classes going on, and yeah, it just feels like the world is like a tiny bit small. Like it doesn't feel like very realistic because it's a very small cast of characters and you don't really get to like meet anyone that doesn't matter to the plot basically. So yeah, there are like a few things that make this book a little bit lacking for me and like not quite 5-star feels basically, but super enjoyable. So glad I finally read it as well because I started it like 2 years ago with Jan for a buddy read and it's been staring at me on those shelves ever since. So if anything, I'm just so happy that I finally finished this book and that I enjoyed it as much as I did. So obviously I read that one for a book with a haunted library, which was absolutely perfect, and then I also used it for blood used as magic because there is blood magic in the book. Elliot does a lot of blood magic, but equally I could have used it for a book with witches. I had no clue that one of the main characters in the book was a witch, so yeah, I could have done it for that one, but anyway, I did it for those two. So yeah, still no bingo, but hopefully once I finish The Gathering Dark, which I've been listening to the audiobook for today, and also Hollow the graphic novel, hopefully I can read that before tonight, I will get a bingo. So yes, fingers crossed everything goes to plan and I get my bingo. Just a word of warning actually before I stop talking about this, the audiobook is a little bit off. I couldn't put my finger on it straight away, but I realised that the voice actor for Elliot just feels so much older than the character. The voice for Tess was like super inoffensive, but Elliot's voice actor just seemed so much older, like someone in their 30s or 40s, and I think it kind of like ruined it a little bit for me because he's supposed to be this like super attractive, like alluring person, and the voice actor just did not suit that whatsoever. Like, it was just completely wrong. I feel like whoever recorded the audiobook for this, like the production company, just hired someone because they had an English accent and that was the bar. So yeah, just a word of warning if you were to get the audiobook for this one, that voice actor is just not it. So my plans for the rest of the day, I need to set up for my friend coming around. I wanted to have 2 of my friends come over, but one of them is busy, so it's literally going to be like a Halloween dinner party for 2. It's my friend Amy that I went to the pumpkin patch with in the last vlog. I don't doubt that we're gonna have a great time, but she's coming over at 7, which is in just a few hours, and I still want to finish these 2 books, so that is my main priority for the rest of the day. Like I said, I've been listening to the audiobook for The Gathering Dark. Audiobooks have really come in clutch for this readathon because my eyes have been strained, like I said in the last vlog, so audiobooks have helped so much. And now I'm on page 155, which is Courtney Gold's Third Burn, which is the short story with the witch in it. I'm using this for a book with witches, so excited to read this story. I think this is the one that I'm most excited for just because I'm just really in a witchy vibe for some reason. We are over halfway through this book now. I have high hopes that I'm gonna finish it before the readathon ends and before my friend gets here, but also I do want to pick up and reread Hollow. I promised myself that I would read this and I feel like it is the perfect book and graphic novel for Halloween. Like, it just gets you in that like really cozy spooky mood. It makes me feel like I'm watching like a children's Halloween film, like Hotel Transylvania. Like, it just makes me so happy. It's really funny as well. So yeah, I'm gonna read this at some point today. I'm gonna have some soup and keep listening to my audiobook, and then we're gonna start preparing for tonight. I'm gonna carve my pumpkin, I'm gonna make a charcuterie board. I need to ice the rest of the cupcakes actually as well. We've got a lot to do and I'm gonna have so much fun doing it. Let's go, let's get reading. I'll speak to you guys in a little bit.
I'm actually starving as well.
Oh, please start helping yourself. Do you want a plate? I love chili jam.
I think these would be good.
Oh my god, so cute. Just chuck them
Make
in.
an incision. Oh!
Oh, do you want to make an incision?
No, just chuck them in. Chuck them in. That would be overkill.
Oh, I just went straight.
No!
They just.
Oh my god! Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Oh, wild.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! No, it actually looks cute. It looks like there's strawberry in it.
Okay, should we try it? Oh yeah.
What is in this? The gin prosecco. It's what my mum did.
Classic. It's absolutely
It's
classic.
so good.
time for my vampathon wrap up. So it's actually been a good week or so since vampathon ended, and I'm so sorry that I didn't film the wrap up straight away and get this out, because it would have been great to have this out like as close to Halloween as possible. But yeah, unfortunately I just didn't feel in the mood to vlog after vampathon ended, and I had a lot going on. So yeah, I decided to just leave it for now and then film this when I was ready to come back. And yeah, let's talk about the 2 books that I actually finished on the last day of vampathon, which was Halloween. So the first book was Gathering Dark, the short story collection, and I ended up giving this 3 stars because I enjoyed the vast majority of the stories, but I wasn't wowed by most of them. There were only like a couple that I really loved, and I thought that I would kind of share which ones that I like enjoyed the most. So yeah, like I said in the first vlog, Stay by Erica Waters, the first story, was like such a great opening, so I really enjoyed that one. I love the Tori Bovolino story, actually, Love by All Save One. That was like really fun horror, like classic kind of almost like teen slasher, but make it paranormal. Like it was very, very good, very scary, probably one of the most scary ones in here. One Lane Bridge was quite fun by Hannah Witten. I wasn't like really convinced by the ending, but it was like one of the longer stories in this collection, and I did quite enjoy that it was like more developed than some of the other stories. As predicted, Third Man by Courtney Gold was really fantastic. It had the witch in it and kind of like a curse on the town. That was really, really great, that story. And then I think the last one that I really liked was It Stays With You, which was the third to last story by Aidan Polydorus. Again, I think one of the longer ones, actually. I think I do enjoy the slightly longer stories that have more development in them. It was just really creepy and like interesting. Like I think it was the most like interesting and unique story from the entire collection, but also it was just really sad, and I really felt for the characters, and I think like it must be very difficult to have your readers care so much for your characters in such a short form of fiction. So yeah, I was really impressed by that one, actually. So yeah, I would say those were my favorites. The other ones, none of them were bad, I just didn't like enjoy every single one. So yeah, solid 3 stars. I'm very glad that I finally read this one. And then of course I finished off vampathon with a reread of Hollow. I don't know why, but on Goodreads I'd given it 4 stars last year when I read it originally. This is not a 4-star book, it is definitely a 5-star book. That was very weird of me because this is definitely my favourite graphic novel. I read this actually with my friend, so she picked up Graveyard Shift because I really thought she would enjoy that book. She's always had a similar thing to me as well with the restless leg syndrome. She also has like just really bad insomnia right now, so I thought that that would be a really great book to lend her and like just recommend her. And she still has it now, actually. She has finished it, but she started it while I was reading this after our Halloween movie night and like dinner and stuff. So yeah, we ended up getting the sofa bed out, which was probably what you guys saw, and reading next to each other for the rest of the night. And yeah, I finished this. It was just as enjoyable as the first time round, honestly. It was so enjoyable. Like I highly recommend this graphic novel. And when I went on Goodreads, I found out that the trio of like writers and illustrators that created this announced their second book in the series, kind of. So it's going to be like another holographic novel, I hope, with the same characters, but it's about the Lady in White, which is like this other legend. So yeah, I have already put that in my basket. I've already pre-ordered it. I actually placed a huge order on Waterstones for pre-orders for next year, which I'm definitely going to share what those are in my end of year book tag in December, but that is definitely on the list. I am so excited. It doesn't even have a cover yet and I've already pre-ordered it, so yeah, hopefully that's not a problem. I am so beyond excited because I thought this would just be like a standalone. I had absolutely no expectations of this being like a series or kind of them continuing to work together, the 3 of them. So obviously that completely made my day when I found that out. So proud of how much I read during the readathon. I'm gonna put like a picture of all of them on screen with their star rating, because honestly it was so long ago that I can't really remember every single rating that I gave them all. But yeah, definitely stand out Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. That was definitely my favourite read of the readathon, and I definitely want to pick up If We Were Villains now. We are quite into November now, and I'd really love to pick that up before the end of the month. I feel like reading Graveyard Shift and having a taste of her writing was exactly what I needed to actually pick up that book. But yeah, I don't think I had like any particular disappointments from the week either. Lucy Undying took a bit of a weird turn, but honestly I enjoyed it so much. Like I enjoyed my reading experience of it, and it was so perfect for vampathon that I honestly don't care how it ended. Like it was just so much fun. No flops, all good books. But yeah, that concludes this vlog, and yeah, yet again I'm so sorry that this is coming out so late, and I know that Probably nobody apart from myself is in the Halloween spirit anymore, but hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. From now on we're going to get into some end of year content, which is so exciting. I'm currently vlogging right now, so hopefully that vlog will be up by the end of the week as well. I hope you're having the best day or night wherever you are, and I will see you very shortly in my next video. Bye guys.